To all in attendance, thank you for being here. I can speak on behalf of the whole class to say that we are grateful and delighted to have so many friends and family supporting us here. When I first found out that I was older than most of the class by half a decade, I thought it might be a little hard to fit in, but seeing as how I was chosen as a valedictorian, I guess the class either likes me enough or just didn't want to write a speech and present it and threw me under the bus. So either way, I'm glad to have the chance to address you all, and it's an honor to be selected, so thank you. I don't mean to be cliche when I say that our time at Augustine College has been transformative. It really has. But I guess you could say that we're always being transformed, to which then I would say that my time at Augustine College has been the most transformative time of my life. But that still begs the question of transformative how and in what way, and what has really changed about you. To preface, we often look back at our lives and think of, who would we be if we chose to do something differently? Looking back at our year at Augustine in this way has given me the familiar answer of not even being able to imagine who I would be or what I would be doing. I can certainly say that a lot less people would know about Emo, Ontario, my hometown. But I can also say that my faith would not be what it is today if I hadn't come to Augustine. And that's because that Augustine College has been the most fertile environment to grow in your understanding of faith in Jesus Christ that I've ever been in. At Augustine College, we have been taught what it means to live our lives on earth in relationship to God. A truly rich idea to think about and to wonder at its meaning in each of our lives individually and collectively. How does our faith impact each decision we make in all areas of our lives? How do we run the race with perseverance, looking always towards Jesus Christ as our standard of holiness? In the past 8 months, we've learned how to think, how we should observe reality, how we should understand history, how we should look at art, read literature and scriptures, and how to listen to music, how to write, all in relationship to God. All in the understanding that we are His servants, living our God-given lives on this earth in obedience to Him. Living a relationship to God is detachment from this life on earth, all things under the sun, following ecclesiastical philosophy, with the full knowledge that we are to live in service to God and not men. Even if we, the class, had any understanding of what it means to live in relation to God, our time at Augustine has brought us to a completely new level in understanding, a higher level that will enable us to serve God better throughout the rest of our time here on earth. Thank God for our knowledge of Him and for the knowledge He has given us through our time at Augustine. My prayer is that we are able to steward this knowledge, having now been equipped further to serve God and to use it wherever we end up, that we may be living sacrifices, holy, pleasing, and acceptable to God. Something specifically I really enjoyed hearing from the class this year was that a large takeaway from their time at Augustine was in the relationships that were made and the community that we entered. The class got along well, especially considering our vast differences and different positions in life, and getting to know each other through various activities such as field trips, studying, school events, prayer, eating together, etc. But there was something really unique about this year that I observed around mid-March, and I'm wondering if anybody else in the class have noticed, but it was around mid-March when relationships clicked. that you could just tell by looking at the interactions of the class that deeper levels of friendship were reached. And that was, from my perspective, something I've never really seen before or remember having seen. So that's something truly special and a gift from God. Compared to the beginning of the year, students have observably become more comfortable, especially seen in the increased participation or even busting out moves on the dance floor. My personal favorite is the air traffic controller, or also walking around the guy's house without shirts on. And this has only been seen in male students, by the way. It has been quite an amazing 8 months. Amazing to see how much can come from such a short time. As one student described it, it is short but sweet, like a midget dipped in honey. So, however accurate that may be, our time at Augustine College was certainly sweet. While I'm up here, I wanted to encourage and challenge, especially young people, the class, and others moving forward in their lives, to surround themselves and yourselves with godly people. Search for these role models, and when you find them, learn from them. Maintain your relationship with them. They are truly special gifts from God. It is in these relationships that I've come to understand the verse, "My cup runneth over," what that might mean. I can't offer any words to show my gratitude for these friendships that I have. We are truly being sanctified through them by the grace of God, to whom belongs all thanks. I would also encourage our class to remember that our light is always shining, that we are always making an impact on those around us, and that to be aware that we too are influential in our relationships. In closing, I must say a deep and sincere thanks to everyone who invested in our year. I consider relationships to be one of the most important things in my life, realizing that the people who are around you deeply impact you and shape you into who you become as a person. Thank you. Thank you to everyone involved, especially faculty, but also everyone involved in extracurriculars and in sustaining the program. Most of all, thanks be to God, and may He be given glory for all our good deeds. May His name be praised now and forevermore. Amen.